What's up guys? Welcome to AnimeKouhai. If you'd like to help me out, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel.
Though he hadn't entirely shed his human limitations, Arios had entered the realm of the non-human.
With this power that surpasses even a demon lord, no one can match me.
He felt a sense of pride and eagerly awaited Soi's next move. Arios was aware that Soi was stronger, as Soi had admitted. However, he did not doubt his own victory, believing he was not far behind in skill. Despite his confidence, he was still cautious, though he underestimated Soi. From the start, Soi had no intention of competing fairly. Winning was all that mattered. No matter how good the fight was, losing meant the game was over. That's why Soi was indifferent to how he won. From the beginning, Soi had kept his split body hidden, waiting for Arios to leave an opening. As they fought closely, he gradually made Arios feel like he was losing, causing Arios to let his guard down. While pretending to struggle, Soi systematically dismantled Aria's defenses and paved a path to victory. Then came the decisive moment.
You've been a tough opponent. I'll give you that. That's why I'll kill you with my best move.
With that, Arios unleashed Judgment, the sure kill move of the ultimate enchantment, Punishment King Sandalphon. It pierced through, and Soi's split body dissipated. Seeing this, Arios was convinced he had won. His confidence was understandable. Judgment could only be used once a day, but it was the strongest attack in Arios's arsenal. While not as powerful as the one Lieutenant Kondu had fired, it was still an unbreakable blow. Believing Soi's death was certain was understandable, but that was exactly what Soi had anticipated.
Thousand-hand shadow kill.
What?
A shadow extended and ensnared Arios.
Wait.
Soi immobilized Arios and pierced his heart with the twin swords in his hands. It was Feldway's words that shifted the deadlock in the battle.
It's about time to move on. It seems further fighting is pointless.
Hearing that, I thought to myself, I should have made my decision sooner. Cornering him here would have been ideal. Unfortunately, we were at a disadvantage. Continuing to fight might bring support, but honestly, I wasn't sure. While Ranga and the others wouldn't lose, we might be too optimistic. There was a sense of danger in the castle, so I worried they might be struggling. Generally, I only wanted to engage in battles I knew I could win. But this time, I wasn't well prepared. I hadn't anticipated communications being cut off and had entered the battlefield without properly analyzing the enemy's strength. Although I had some expectations based on Dino's report, the actual enemy forces were stronger than anticipated. Seeing Jahil overwhelm Benimaru was unfair. I had expected Benimaru to quickly defeat his opponent as usual, but the situation was so surprising that it was a wonder he hadn't been defeated. So, if Feldway was planning to retreat, I had no intention of stopping him. However, I couldn't resist fanning the flames.
Oh, come on, you're not planning to run away now, are you?
Sylvia-san, who was dealing with Leon, turned her attention away from him upon hearing that. She glared at me, as if telling me to mind my own business. Unlike El-Tan, she wasn't good at subtlety. In such situations, the one who hides their true intentions wins. In distress, the rule is to deceive your opponent by saying the opposite.
I have achieved my goal of recruiting Leon, the bearer of the Purity King Metatron, and I have also uncovered and dealt with the traitor in our midst. Additionally, I have assessed your capabilities. Overall, it's been a successful endeavor.
As expected, he didn't take this kind of talk lying down. But that was the main purpose, wasn't it? By saying something pitiful, the other party feels justified in retreating. For me, it would be more annoying to hear them say something like, yeah, I quit. So, while thinking, go home, hurry up and go home. Internally, I continued to urge Feldway.
So, you're afraid, huh? My people will be coming for you soon. Once they arrive, we'll win, so I get why you'd want to flee.
As I said this, I launched a fierce attack. My words seemed to rattle him, as Feldway's sword slowed for a moment. I felt my blade graze his body, but he remained unhurt. Was I mistaken? No, I'm sure I grazed him a few times before.
As Neuer's master, you sure are a cocky little bastard. The next time we meet, I will crush you with everything I have got, so be ready.
That's my line. Since you have such a problem with Diablo, I'll let him handle you next time.
When I spat out that line, sounding like it came straight out of a bad manga, Feldway looked mortified. I didn't miss the look of disgust on his face. This was my secret technique, leave it to someone else. Although it had worked perfectly this time, I intended to push it onto Diablo even if he resisted. Understanding social cues and people's reactions is a crucial skill in the workforce. By observing others closely, you eventually figure out what pleases or displeases them. With over a decade of experience in the construction industry, where socializing is vital, I had become quite adept at needling people in this manner. Feldway's conduct clearly indicated his issue with Diablo. Initially unsure, I was glad to be proven right.
You are such a jerk. You know that.
Your praise flatters me.
Damn it, you are really full of yourself. Jahil, Leon, we are out of here.
Feldway, deciding to end the argument with me, declared his withdrawal. Though jokingly called a moral victory, it was indeed a tactical win.
Wouldn't it be better to resolve this now?
It's an order from Michael-sama.
Well, fine. I owe you one. My body is not in top condition, so I will comply.
Despite Jahil having overpowered Benimaru, he reluctantly conceded. Frankly, I was relieved he didn't insist on continuing, though Benimaru soon provoked Jahil again.
Running away? I nearly had you, but my lack of experience held me back. Next time, I'll win for sure.
I wondered what he was thinking, but couldn't fault him since I initiated this. What's wrong with you guys? Sylvia-san's pained look seemed to ask. I could empathize. From an outsider's perspective, we did seem like fools.
You insignificant worm. If you continue to mock me, the great magician, then I...
Jahil, remember, that's the slime's right-hand man. Losing your cool will cost you a battle you could win.
Thanks for that misconception. He misunderstood slightly, but if it made him cautious, I was content. For the first time, I thought Feldway might be somewhat reasonable. It was likely due to my usual behavior, but I managed to make him more wary than needed.
True. I will let this fool save face this time. There won't be a next time, kids.
Despite being quick-tempered, Jahil was unexpectedly considerate. Ready for another outburst, he followed Feldway's guidance. Leon, under manipulation, didn't object. With consensus reached, the trio flew through the shattered ceiling into the sky. After they left, Benimaru and I collapsed on the spot, our energy spent. Personally, I favored being assertive in battle, but I had overdone it this time. I needed to be more cautious in the future to avoid counterproductive outcomes. Just as I was contemplating this, Benimaru, weary and exasperated, turned to me.
Rimuru-sama, it was too dangerous to provoke them like that.
His voice carried all the pent-up frustration that should have been expressed earlier.
You can't say that. We were about to finish things, and then you provoked Jahil, leaving me confused.
No, I was simply following Rimuru-sama's lead. If my lord isn't ready to retreat, I can't stop either. Besides, I'd feel like a loser if I didn't.
Seeing Benimaru's warm smile, I felt like I caught a glimpse of his true intentions. Meanwhile, Sylvia-san was staring at us in disbelief, but Benimaru and I pretended as if everything was normal. Vega, who had managed to escape from Ranga, didn't believe he had been defeated. Vega's flaw was his lack of self-reflection, but his relentless positivity was something to admire. He arrived at the battlefield where Kumara and Oria were engaged in combat. Concealing his presence, he observed the situation. The battle concluded swiftly as Kumara's tail attack left Oria critically injured. Luckily for Vega, she was thrown near his hiding spot.
What luck, it's as if fate wants me to devour this.
Vega thought, driven by his selfishness. He lacked any sense of camaraderie and felt no moral obligation to help others, especially if they were of no use to him. He licked his lips and crept towards Oria.
Hey, you're looking tasty.
Vega, thank goodness. That one is stronger than I thought.
Seems like it, but don't worry. I'll take care of the rest and avenge you.
Oria briefly wondered if Vega had a compassionate side, but she quickly realized her mistake when she felt a searing pain. Vega's touch burned her skin as he began to consume her.
What are you?
I'm taking your soul, so I'll be needing that skull of yours. With that, those weaklings will be no problem.
No way. Michael-sama won't forgive you.
Shut up. This is a world where only the strong survive, right? Michael would be thrilled to see me getting stronger.
Vega laughed crudely as he accelerated his consumption of Oria, showing no mercy to her agony. His assault reached her neck, and he devoured her with a gruesome crunch. The brutality was just what one would expect from a brute, an act so repulsive that it underscored Vega's merciless nature. For Vega, consuming Oria and her comrades was simply a natural way to sustain himself, regardless of how cruel it seemed to others. He followed his instincts and used the ultimate skill, Evil Dragon King Azidahaka. As a result, Oria was entirely decomposed by organic domination, and became a part of Vega.
Wonderful, just wonderful. This power, I can feel myself growing stronger.
Vega reveled in the power he had absorbed from Oria. His mythical grade armor, recreated by the metal manipulation of the blue dragon spear he had absorbed, gleamed with a blood-red hue. His hands, feet, elbows, and knees were now armed like the fangs and claws of a beast. At this moment, Vega's Majin form evolved into something even more grotesque. Kumara, who had witnessed this transformation, was on high alert from the start. She had thrown Oria out of the fight without finishing her off because she had sensed Vega's persistent gaze and lost her composure. Vega's malevolent presence was too strong to be hidden. As a result, Oria was dead, but Vega had become stronger. He seemed wounded when he first arrived, making this a total failure on Kumara's part.
I failed, haven't I? It's not about the number of enemies, but their strength. I can't face Sir Rimuru if I let the enemy grow stronger.
Kumara thought anxiously about how to turn the situation around. Having been defeated by Carrion and then Frey, Kumara was not overconfident in her abilities. Ideally, she would have killed Vega here and now, but she knew it was beyond her capabilities. When facing a strong opponent, assessing their strength is crucial. Failing to do so leads to only one outcome, defeat, and ultimately, death. Kumara knew she couldn't afford such a mistake now that she was outside the deathless labyrinth. Despite feeling embarrassed about letting Vega become stronger, Kumara managed to avoid escalating the situation into an even bigger mistake. Sometimes, a single decision can make all the difference. If Kumara had lost her temper and attacked Vega, she would have been overwhelmed and consumed by his predation. Instead, her choice to wait allowed a third party to intervene.
We've been ordered to retreat. Vega, the fight is over.
A figure suddenly appeared, halting Vega's attack. It was Mai Furuki, who had been standing by until now. Feldway had instructed her to retrieve everyone, so she used instantaneous movement to arrive at Oria's coordinates. Oria wasn't there, but she happened upon Vega's outburst and stopped it by chance. Vega complied quietly. He had just gained a significant amount of power and knew instinctively that he couldn't absorb any more. Thus, Kumara's crisis ended, and the battle was over.
That's it for this video, guys. Thank you for always watching my videos and supporting my channel. A big thanks to the AnimeKouhai patrons who made this video possible. Jared Bressler, Chad Vota, Nate, Havox, Speed Saber, Curtis Loban, Judah Herrera, Just a Guy, Miss L.W. Hernandez, Jason Martin, Zach Rossan, Jerry Sladek, Ray Perez, Donald Williams, Moab A, Day of Light, John M, Godman Gaming, Markithian Tidwell, Adrian, Kumo, Sanketh Chelu, T. Bush, John L, Edgar Fuentes, JV, Thomas, J, Christ, Joshua Cousins, Vethelny, Khaled, Christian Deshazer, Cal Robs, Divine C. Harris, Panda Cats, DeAndre Nance, Monty Boy 98, D-Man, Ruben, Yuki Iki, Gray, Kamal Ebanks, Isaac, Koala King 93, Paul DeGrassi, Little 95, Quilly Buckner, Zephyras, Alver, Normal Defate, L, Gary Miles, Dragon Spawn 666, J. Rule, Liron Sangkap, Lucas Gay, Jason Martin, Ekotski, Foolish Prophets, Ethan Madison, Sky T, Diego Ginoza, Andre Hamilton, Guy Endsley, Simon Road, Emperor WSA, Mika Espinosa, George Hage, Gobi Lin, Pratik Bandari, Arod Dare, Faiz Mansour, Jackson Early, Smexy, Carl Stephen Bernadal, Gareth Hashimoto, Steven Madison, Homelike Drop, Vasto Lord, Martin Ramos, Marl Barsha, Hansel Ortega, Karam Faraj, Efrain Hernandez, Luca Gaming WTF, William Locke, Jordan Mersha, Kamal Luke, Spencer Candila, Ian Sikibul, Potate, Thanakorn Lee Sawat, Lamar, KACP9R, Tony, The Harv, Mike Roch, Matthew Abraham, Drayden Yamauchi. Thank you so much for helping out. I'll see you guys in the next video.